Good morning, everybody. Had a good night last night. Looks like the low temperature was 54 degrees, which was a good 10 degrees warmer than the night before. I'm just, as planned, hunkered down here for a little bit. I'll plan to start hiking maybe after 12 o'clock noon. See how my leg's feeling. Just gotta go 5 miles to that next water source. I can hang out here though. There's some adjustments I want to make on my tarp. I can spend some time doing that. Spend some time just hanging out, relaxing, and maybe thinking some deep thoughts or something. But slow morning, but that's good. Obviously I could use a little break. It's a wonderful blustery day. We'll see if that means rain's coming. But at any rate, I couldn't stand it anymore, and I left camp about 9:45, and I'm a-going. So one thing I haven't shown off yet is the mud. I mean, look at this. My pole goes way in. There's even, I mean, this mud gets so deep. Obviously everybody's trying to walk around here and go over that way, but it's another challenge on the trail. Very blustery today. So this is at the top of one of the peaks. They call this Middle Mountain, but it's just kind of on the way to climb the main mountain we're climbing today, which is Pleasant Pond Mountain, which is that away, and maybe right there. I am not quite yet at the summit of Pleasant Pond Mountain, but this is so nice. I thought I'd take a video of it in case there wasn't any good views when I do get to the top. We made it to the top. Time for a well-deserved celebration. We are doing a lot of downhill at this point. The wind's really picked up. I can see through the trees though this pond. That's my water source, my destination, so I think we have about a half mile to go. I went into this hike in a very zen state, right? Take each day as it comes. Stop and smell the roses, you know. Look around. All zen. It was great, just how I wanted to start my hike. But then on that third day, when I realized I was eating my food faster than I was hiking, my more aggressive and competitive, I'll call him Mr. T voice in my head suddenly took over. I pity the fool who goes hungry in the wilderness. And he decides to get us out. And we do big miles and we rush through the 100-mile wilderness. And you know, Zen still got his swims here and there, but Mr. T was in charge. When we get to Shaw's Hiker Hostel, it was a great time to reset Mr. Zen. But then they told me about this canoe ferry that we had to get to across the Kennebec that was only open from 9 to 11 a.m. and suddenly Mr. T takes over and he's going to get us there because he pities the fool who doesn't make the ferry on time. So I'm having a really hard time getting Mr. Zen back in place. I talked a little bit about expectations a day or two ago, and Mr. T is full of expectations. And Mr. Zen wants to live in bliss with no expectations. So anyways, a bit of a look inside my head. So my hamstring's been doing mostly okay. It's very tender. I'm taking it nice and very slow. It feels kind of like if you've ever had a Charlie horse, a really, really bad one, and then after you get it out, just how that muscle is tired and maybe tight and feels a little weak. That's kind of how it feels. But much better than I was worried it would be a lot worse today. So anyways, we get to the water source. You know, I was shooting 4 or 5 miles away. We got to get there for more water, and my Mr. T kicks in and says, "Hey, we just have 3 miles to go, and we can get to where you wanted to sleep last night, and then we can go catch the ferry in the morning." So, guess what we're doing? We're doing a nice, slow 3 miles. Luckily, this is really easy terrain though, so nice and flat. So going nice and slow, it should be not an issue. It is kind of cool to see nature in the rain, all wet and beautiful. When it rains, most people run indoors, but it can be actually kind of cool to see everything through the rain. So here I am with camp set up for tonight. This is my hammock. This is my tarp. So we made it 8 miles today, which, hey, I guess it's 3 more than what I was hoping for. There was a brief moment where I flirted with the idea of just hoofing it into town tonight. I got here at 3:30 and it's only 3 more miles to town, but then my hamstring decided to protest, and so that's alright. Here I am. I'm hoping this doesn't become a pattern with my Mr. T mind fighting my Zen mind as we push into towns and pit stops along the way. The turtle wins the race, right? And Mr. Zen is the turtle. Mr. T is just gonna rip my body to shreds trying to push myself. I do enjoy spending more time with Mr. Zen, but I have to admit, Mr. T keeps the belly full of food. At any rate, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Wish me luck, and that I might find my inner bliss. Have a good night.